What up, YouTube? I'm back. Big Lou with What It Do with Big Lou and FZR2. Baby. As you can tell from that thumbnail, I ran across this on Instagram, so I screenshot and I cropped it. And I thought about, yeah, let me bring this up because I got a lot of, not a lot, but I got some boxing fans that tap into the channel, right? And so, as you can see right there, it's a picture of. I got two different. Well, it's the same thumbnail, but one has the actual words is Lennox Lewis, the greatest heavyweight champion. Um, and then the other one doesn't have the words. And I don't know yet which one I'm going to use, so that's why I'm explaining both possible thumbnails. Uh, so I'll take it back. So at one point, Lennox Lewis was an Olympian, right? Uh, he won a medal. I believe I don't remember if he won gold. I can't remember right now off the top, but I know he won a medal. Uh, I believe it was the same Olympics Riddick Bowe was in. Anyways, he fought for Canada though at the time. So he's they look at him because originally he's from Jamaica, right? I don't know if he's born in Jamaica. I can't think of offhand right now if he was born in Jamaica, but I know his roots are from Jamaica. His parents and stuff. But this is the reason why, because he fought for Canada, he lived in Canada, that he wasn't looked at as a true Brit, right? A true British man. Uh, what he speaks like he is, right? His language. So when the heat came with him and Frank Bruno, when they fought, he ended up beating Frank Bruno. But let's take it back. So he was a good up and coming fighter. He's from the same era of Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, Michael Moore, all those guys. And then he also fought the Klitschko. I don't know if he fought. I can't think offhand if he fought both Klitschkos. I know he fought one for sure. He ended up fighting Mike Tyson. Fought Evander Holyfield 3 times. He never fought Riddick Bowe. But he does got some good W's there. And then he both times he was beaten. And not only was he beat, he was knocked out. He came back and knocked the guy. Knocked him out. Well, actually, we'll get into it right now. So, not only was Lennox Lewis looked down on from the Brits and the UK because he fought out of Canada and fought in the Olympics for Canada, so they didn't accept him as a true Brit, right? So he had that against him. Then he wanted to fight. He wanted to fight Riddick Bowe for the title. Riddick Bowe ends up vacating one of the titles. They show him throwing the belt into the garbage can. I think that was the WBC, if I remember correctly. And so Lennox Lewis gets awarded the belt without even fighting. So then you had people talking crap about that. You know what I'm saying? So he had a lot of stuff against him. And I was a lot younger at the time. I was more of a teenager back then. You figure 92, 93, I was 14, 15 years old. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was definitely a teenager. He ended up, like I said, I didn't really dig him. I thought he wasn't all. I didn't think he was that good of a fighter. I thought he was more. It was more of the hype. Uh, but me thinking that way, in my opinion of him at the time, I really hadn't watched him fight. Once I started seeing him, and then of course, then I seen him get knocked out by Oliver McCall, and then I seen him get knocked out by Rasim Rockman, and I was still like, oh nah, he ain't the one. He's not, But then he comes back. He beats these guys, takes his belts back, and this continued all the way. But then when I started watching him, I started seeing that, man, no, he is a damn good fighter. He perfects that, his jab, works that jab really well. Plus he's a 6'5" frame with pretty long, he's got a good reach, very good reach on top of his height and all that, right? And he works that jab, boom, and he sets it up. Bam, Mike Tyson down, boom. You know what I'm saying? And after that Mike Tyson fight, I really started realizing how you know how good of a fighter he was. Uh, Give the fact as well though, Mike Tyson wasn't the same Mike Tyson by that time, right? He didn't love the art of boxing no more, and at that time, plus he was having his own little trips and things he was going through in life that was really affecting him. I believe from you know affecting him to where he wasn't, he didn't have that love of boxing. Now I believe he has that love for boxing again now at 57, 58 years old, and it shows in the gym. But when he moved away, when Cusamato died, and the style that he was fighting as a young man up under Cusamato, the way Cus trained him, and then that transition to Kevin Rooney, I believe it, and especially the next managers and that he had after that, the dual guys, I can't think of their names, two guys. Uh, everything was more just about being fast and not taking some of your opponents serious for Mike. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Lennox Lewis ate him up bad. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson was talking a lot of shit too about eating his kids and all kinds of weird shit. It just showed where Mike Tyson's mental state was at the time. You know what I mean? But Lennox Lewis, in my opinion, there's no way in hell Tyson Fury beats Lennox Lewis. No way. No way in hell. I don't. And even Anthony Joshua. No way. No way. Of course, they could catch him with one and knock him out. But Lennox Lewis, because I've seen many, not documentaries, but many interviews, excuse me, with Lennox Lewis, and he learned from his mistakes, by leading in with his head, and with hands down and all that when he got hit by Rockman and Oliver McCall, and you know what I'm saying, he learned from that and he capitalized on it, with his defense, and that to make sure that never happened again, and it never did happen again. He did have a good fight with Shannon Briggs. That was a pretty tough fight, but he still came out on top. You know what I'm saying? But just the fact that he's 6'5", because nowadays these heavyweights now it's like 6'8", 6'9" Fury, 6'7" Deontay Wilder, 6'6" Anthony Joshua. Big Bang Zhang is what he's got to be at 6'4", 6'5". Joe Joyce 6'4". You know what I mean? These are all big ass tall dudes. Mike Tyson 5'10", 5'11". You know what I'm saying? Uh, Muhammad Ali 6'2", Vander Holyfield 6'2", Riddick Bowe was 6'3". You know, but Rocky Marciano 5'10", 5. You know what I'm saying? And these guys are small, 190-pound heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Lennox Lewis is a good 245 or whatever he was. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. I mean, I know other people got their own opinions and perspectives on this, but I don't believe that these heavyweights out of the UK could touch, uh, can mess with Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about all of them. Uh, he just was a very unique fighter, and his skills were pretty good, pretty darn good. You know what I mean? And he was, in my opinion, he was able to use that jab very well, at a high tech level to set up them power punches that he put a lot of guys out with. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I would rank him the number one heavyweight from the UK. Um, but then again, like I said, man, a lot of people, you know, they throw the Canada thing in there. He fought for Canada in the Olympics. That's a big deal. You're talking about fighting for your country, you know what I'm saying? And you go and fight for another country. You know what I'm saying? That you have he still had to have some roots from Canada in order to fight for them, I believe so, right? So, he just, he had a lot of people were, not feeling him back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But that's just a little spill on Lennox Lewis. I wanted to get a little bit, drop some other little videos on top of the ones I've already dropped. And I don't want to make it even though I'm doing some politic videos, I don't want to make every video politics. So I'm trying to find different things to split in between different videos. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody's still with me on that. And with that being said, I wish everybody a blessed, positive, and productive day today, and also going forward. Big Lou tapping out.